going on, Jerome's? Brian Flores is a true leader of men, and we Minnesota Vikings fans are very lucky to have him here as defensive coordinator. Of course, his head coaching prospects have been muddied up as the league is very clearly freezing him out because of the lawsuit and things that happened with the Dolphins or whatever. But either way, very happy to have him here, and he showed off that leadership at a press conference on Thursday where there were some really unfortunate things to address, but Flores, in Flores fashion, just addressed them head on, and he was just very real and also very candid, and it was really fantastic here from Flores. Great leadership being shown. So, of course, Khyree Jackson, in his memory of his tragic accident that took his life and the lives of two others. It's hanging over Vikings training camp, and a lot of players dedicating the season to Kyree's memory. And Flores addressed what happened with him and Khyree during the offseason. And he talked about how things like this put things in perspective, and how Khyree, in the limited time that they were together, like, he was very impressive and very excited about his future, whether during the draft process, 30 visits, OTAs, etc. Like Flores talked about, he and DB coach Durante Jones got close with Khyree, and he said this as presser. Quote, I watched every snap of him, Khyree, last year at Oregon, so I was really excited about coaching him, getting him here, Flores said. I think he had a bright future. It's still something that gives me a pit in my stomach, still something that I'm dealing with internally, like this entire organization is. Like, I know his family and friends, like I know his family and friends are, but I hope that they can take a little comfort in knowing he certainly impacted a lot of people in a very positive way. He's going to be missed, and we're going to honor him with how we go about our business on a daily basis. And yeah, I think that's there's not a perfect way to move forward with this, but I think that's probably the best way to go about things, where cherish his memory. And Khyree, he's one of those guys where teammates, short period of time, coaches, like, highly impressed by him, and like his personality just reverberated with whoever he met, and that's really amazing, man. Yeah. And Flores, of course, talk about handling their business day in, day out. That's dedicating the season to Khyree. That's what he would have wanted, right? Then also, unfortunately, Mekhi Blackmon tearing his ACL in the first practice of training camp. And it really sucks because Blackmon, second year out of USC, was looking to potentially take on a starting role, was very solid last year in the Flores defense when he was called upon, and progressing and growing and showing. And just to have it taken away on the first practice, it just really sucks, man. And longer quote here, Alec Lewis, The Athletic, put this together, but there's some really good stuff in here about Blackmon. It's a tough injury, tough time. He was excited. Mekhi Blackmon was. He just worked back to get back out here. He worked extremely hard to get back out on the field. He played banged up for most of last year, and I was excited about watching him come back in year two, more comfortable, more understanding, more knowledge, more experience. That's the thing too. Like, Flores' defense, uber aggressive, but also there's a lot of components, a lot of moving parts. I mean, there's a lot to learn, and coming from the college game, even a high-end college football, although the USC defense was kind of bad. Anyways, but it is a lot to absorb, and I've said before, like, I feel like quarterback is obviously the most difficult position to go from college to the NFL, but cornerback is also up there too, especially when you're learning multiple positions, left side, right side, slot. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot of complex schemes. There's a lot of communication that has to go down when you're on the field, and it's definitely a man's game. All right, it's definitely a step up to the major leagues. I thought we were going to see a different version of Mekhi, a better version of Mekhi, and quite honestly, I think we'll see that moving forward. That's why I told him yesterday, to me, 10 years from now, this will be a bump on the road on the course of his journey throughout the NFL. This was my message to him yesterday. I know he'll attack the rehab and get himself back ready to go. I'm telling you, I'm sure in December he's going to say, I'm ready to go, or somewhere in there. He's a fierce competitor. He's very talented. He's exactly what we're looking for in a Viking. It's a tough loss. We all feel it. And yeah, I mean, I had high hopes for Blackmon. Plus, it was interesting. So Flores Flores is a pretty straight shooter, and during OTA's press conference, like he singled out Mekhi Blackmon. Like he talked highly of him as someone who is a big part of the plans this season. So yeah, it really just does suck. Blackmon, losing him on the first day of practice, and in a more heavy life way. Of course, everything that's going on with Khyree. But again, Flores, I mean, he always strikes the right note, and like we said, not only is he a great X's and O's coach, he commands respect, and he is a true leader of men, and we're very lucky to have him for however long we do. But your thoughts are thoughts. Brian Flores addressed Khyree Jackson tragedy, as well as the Mekhi Blackmon situation. Let us know your thoughts. Our thoughts, comment section below. You guys know what to do. Skull production value.